in the bathroom. It's kind of a strange place for science, isn't it, Evie? But anyway, we can find out a whole lot in the bathroom. Today we're going to study a property of matter called buoyancy. If something is really buoyant, it means it floats. And there's lots of things that are buoyant that help us float. Evie has these wings. What do these wings help you do, Evie?
Swim.
They have you swim and stay above the water. They keep her really buoyant. So when she puts these on and dives into the water, she will float into your water wing dive. Now pretend like you're swimming. Swim, 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 swim. So she's swimming. Other things that are buoyant would be beach balls. If you toss a beach ball into a pool, it'll stay afloat. But some things are not buoyant. Some things that are not buoyant are like an anchor that anchors a ship. It is so heavy that it sinks to the bottom and keeps that ship anchored in one place. So today we're going to test a few things to see what will float and what will sink. We have some ordinary items, but then we're going to test some really big items. Are you ready? All right, here we go. So the first thing we're going to test is something teeny, teeny, tiny. Abby, what is it?
A penny.
It's a penny. It's so little, and this is a really big tub. Abby, do you think this will sink or float? Let's see. Toss it in. It's sinking. Let's show everybody at home. That penny sunk all the way down to the bottom of our tub. So a penny must sink. Now let's try another one. Let's pick a bath toy. Now bath toys are designed for the bathtub, so my prediction is it's probably going to float. Are you ready to try it, Evie? All right, show the friends at home what it is first. Ooh, and all right, is it gonna sink or float? It floats because it's a bath toy, so it must float in the water. Let's show our friends at home a floating Elsa. There's Elsa. She's floating in the tub. She's a bath toy. She is definitely made to float. She is buoyant. All right, now you're ready for something really, really fun. What about fruit? I wonder, fruits are things you eat that have seeds in it. Do we have anything teeny tiny that maybe we could try if it floats or sinks? What do you have? What are these?
Grapes.
They're grapes. Now grapes are interesting. Well, grapes are tiny, like the penny, but the penny sunk. And Elsa was bigger, but she floated. I'm not so sure. What do you think? Do you think this is gonna sink or float?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's find out. Toss them in. They sunk! They're sinking to the bottom! I can't even believe it! Let's show our friends at home! Just like the penny, those grapes also sunk to the bottom of our tub.
Oh, I see.
But look at Elsa, she's bigger and she's floating still. I wonder why those grapes... All right, so Abby has something really big she wants to test out. What is it?
Watermelon.
A watermelon, Abby! This is big. Is it bigger than a grape? Yeah, but the grape sunk. Oh, this is so heavy. Surely this is gonna sink. Don't you think so? Well, should we try it?
Yeah, you.
Okay, we need to help. Let's count. Ready, cannonball. 1, 2, 3. What in the world? What's it doing?
It sinks.
Are you sure? Look again.
It's whole.
It's floating! You're not gonna believe it at home! The big old watermelon is floating!
It's another one.
Oh! Wow! That watermelon is bobbing above the water. You can see it. It is floating. But those teeny, teeny, tiny grapes and pennies sunk. I wonder what makes this watermelon float. So boys and girls, it's really strange. You would naturally think that something that was really big would sink and something that was really small would float, but that's not always the case. What is it that allows some things to be buoyant while others to be less buoyant? Well, that all comes down to density. Density is something that all items have. Even water has density, but density has to do with the particles, and these particles are invisible, and these invisible particles are either further away from each other, making them less dense, or really tightly together, which makes them more dense. Items that have more density, their particles are really close together, which gives them more mass, so then they would sink.
So the grape has greater density than the water, so it's sunk, along with the penny, which is a metal. So that must mean that the watermelon, even though it is really big, is less dense than the water. So its particles must be further apart. So it's able to float, along with Elsa, that floating bow toy, which is less dense than the water. So density helps us determine if something is buoyant or not buoyant. And the more dense you are, the more likely you are to sink. And if you're less dense, you're going to float. I hope that was a fun experiment. Go around your house and maybe try it yourself. Evie loved it. She is right now looking and researching something more to do on science. Right, Evie Lou? All right, so stay curious, second grade, have fun, and I hope to see all those cool experiments you decide to do at home. Goodbye for now. Goodbye.